morning. Welcome to the 15th annual citywide cleanup hosted by Keep Little Rock Beautiful. I'd like to welcome everybody. I am Suzanne Harrell. I'm the co-coordinator of the citywide cleanup, vice chair of Keep Little Rock Beautiful, and Norm Berner. Norm is the co-chair of the citywide cleanup and also a board member of Keep Little Rock Beautiful. Every year when we hold our citywide cleanup, we couldn't do it without our partners. We work with sponsors. We rely on Keep Arkansas Beautiful and Keep America Beautiful to provide our supplies like trash bags and gloves and safety vests. We raise funds through our sponsors to buy our t-shirts and litter grabbers, but most importantly are our volunteers. We couldn't do our citywide cleanup without our volunteers to come out and help us. So thank you all so much. And this is actually the first kickoff that we have been able to hold in several years. Between the last kickoff we had, Bob, you'll remember this. We were out at the Southwest Community Center and the tornado sirens started going on. So hopefully we will not have that today. That's not going to happen till later tonight. The next 2 years we got hit with the pandemic, and then last year we had a 6-inch snow. And it's impossible to pick up litter in the snow. We have very hardy volunteers that'll come out in a little rain, but snow, not so much. This year we have over 50 different cleanups going on around the city today. They're being led by neighborhood associations, volunteer groups, and adopt-a-streeters. We anticipate about 800 volunteers turning out across the city. And today we really want to thank the MacArthur Park Group, the Military Museum of Arkansas, and the Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts for being our host site this year. We're going to hear from a few people and then thank our sponsors, and then we'll get to work on cleaning up our city. So we're still waiting on one of our speakers to arrive, so we will kind of shift the agenda. But we do have Stephen McAteer. He's with the museum here, and he's going to say a few words and maybe tell us a little bit about the history of the area.
Thank you again. Back to echoing her comment. So proud that y'all here helping us. As one of the entities in the park, I appreciate y'all giving your efforts to help us here. She asked if I would share with you a little bit of the history of MacArthur Park. Many people are surprised to find out that this is the city's first park. The building behind us, the house, museum, Arkansas military history, or even how it became named after General Douglas MacArthur. So since you asked, let me share that information with you. The grounds that comprise current-day MacArthur Park were the original grounds of a military post that was constructed here in 1840 to protect the people in our state from threat of attack. The building behind us is the only structure from that military post. That post closed in 1892, and by an act of Congress, the grounds that comprised the park were traded to the city with one stipulation, and that was that the grounds forever be used by the city as a park. Little Rock at that time had a population of just under 50,000 and yet had no municipal park for its citizens. So this was the first park that was created in the city of Little Rock. In 1942, it was named after General Douglas MacArthur. And why, you ask? He was actually born in the building behind us where his father was stationed at that military post in 1880. So we're very proud that we're a part of the park. We think the grounds have a tie to our building. I like to tell people that MacArthur Park is an urban park with a great history that our building and many of the markers around the grounds can attest, but it's also an urban park with an exciting and vibrant future that you can see with the construction next door and the soon opening of the Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts, the new playground, the universally accessible playground, the dog park. This is a park that's designed for everybody, the history lovers, the art lovers, and people that just want to come and have a great place to hang out with their family. So again, on behalf of those of us who use the park every day, thank you for your efforts to come and help us clean the park. Thank you.
We hadn't scheduled a flyover, but we got one. Now we just need someone to sing the national anthem. I want to recognize our a couple of things before, while they're on my mind. There are restrooms down on the other side of the playground over this direction. And later this morning, starting at 10, the museum will actually be open, so there are facilities in there. I want to recognize our Keep Little Rock Beautiful board members. We're all volunteer working board, if y'all would wave. So thank you all for coming out for your support. And I want to thank our sponsors, Little Rock Public Works, Little Rock Recycles, Mitchell Williams Law, Edward Jones, Office of Kelly Journey, Republic Services, Central Arkansas Water, who has set up water stations to refill water bottles over at our tent. Thank you, Jane. Ben. Little Rock Water Reclamation Authority, Summit Utilities, Keep America and Keep Arkansas Beautiful, Integrity, ESCO Recycling. ESCO brought their trucks, so they're going to be doing some electronic waste collections. So if you happen to have any old computers or phones in your trunk of your car, here's your opportunity to get them recycled. The Bicycle Advocacy of Central Arkansas, First Security Bank, Natural State Recycling. Oops, sorry, they didn't sponsor us this year. I forgot to delete them. Stonewise, Little Rock Zoo, Norm Berner and family, Epic Glass Recycling, thank you, Bob. Quapaw Quarter Association, if any of y'all are here, wait. Garland and Greenwood, CPAs and advisors, the West family, and this year we added a new category called the Friends of the Citywide Cleanup, and the sponsors are Jan Baker, Marge Jernigan, Suzanne Harrell, and Brittany Nichols. Also want to recognize the Petaway Neighborhood Association. They're here. They're the neighborhood just to our south, and they're going to be doing a cleanup today. Do we have any other volunteer groups I want to recognize? I know we've got a special group over here that Norm's going to recognize in just a moment. But first, I want to give you some instructions about what's going to go on this morning. We're going to sign everybody in over at the blue tent, and we're using a new paperless sign-in system. So you'll just scan a code with your phone and enter your information, and that will go into our database. We're trying to go paperless. We'll divide you volunteers into teams and direct you into areas of the park and to nearby nearby streets, depending on the number of volunteers we have. We have maps that we will give you to help direct you to the area where you'll be cleaning up, so we don't have too many volunteers in one area and no volunteers in the other. place full bags of trash at locations designated on the maps. These will be basically on street corners. There's instructions written on the maps. And we'll send a team out to collect the bags of trash and bring them to a designated area. Please respect the construction areas. We've mentioned we've got construction going on over here at the Museum of Fine Arts, and a lot of the areas are fenced. So please, for safety reasons, please do not go into the fenced areas. Respect those. Remember, if you're on a street, to walk facing traffic and stay on the sidewalks if at all possible to be safe. When finished, return to the sign-in area and return any leftover trash bags or grabbers. We do have a water station set up so you can refill your bottles. But we also, if you forgot your bottle, we have some Keep Little Rock Beautiful logoed bottles that you can purchase for a donation of $15. And then, maybe the best part, First Security Bank is bringing their Teal Grill and will be serving hot dogs to all the volunteers beginning around 11:30. And it will be over here in the parking lot. You'll see where we'll set up. We've kind of had to do some shifting around due to the big truck. But you'll find us. You'll smell the grill. So again, want to thank all the volunteers for coming out today. We had rain this week. It may be a little muddy, but I see most of y'all are prepared for it. So I'll turn it over to Norm.
Miss Victoria, will you come up here next to me, please? And have your friends come stand up here as well. This past Tuesday, Keep Little Rock Beautiful passed out all the supplies for the 50 or so groups that Suzanne had mentioned. We do this every year. On Monday, we put them all together, and Tuesday, all these people show up. And for the past couple of years, we've been at the Hillary Clinton Library. Late Tuesday afternoon, this young lady, Miss Victoria, came through the door, dressed similar as she is, and her mom was with her. And she came to pick up the cleanup supplies for her cleanup under her name. And I wanted to share something with you. You can't be too young to get involved in cleanups and the environment. And this young lady is a true demonstration of what needs to be done on a more regular basis. She was wearing this outfit. She's been involved in a special pageant. She goes and talks trash to her students at school. Now, this is different than trash talking. So in a very nice, polite way, she talks about the environment and the need for recycling. And it's just awesome. And we were so impressed with her. And I had a lengthy conversation with her mom later on the phone. And so this young lady is involved with the environment. She's involved with students. She cares about what's going on. She has her own Adopt a Street program in her name. And I guess she's done it enough now that the sign was recently put up. So this demonstrates with the 200 and some neighborhood associations and POAs, property owners associations in the city, they all ought to get involved. So if this young child can, more people can, more churches can do it to make a difference. Yes. That's what she wants to do. And I want to share something with you. Our Keep Little Rock Beautiful group has a special committee that's working on an environmental education program. And we're taking information that we had provided to us from an intern that worked with us from UA Little Rock, and our goal was to share it with younger students. Well, here's an example of who's already doing it, and we're going to get her connected with us in the near future for this special program. But we're going to go help her one of these days when she's doing her Adopt a Street program. And she's going to come help us when we do our Adopt a Street program on Capitol Avenue, which isn't too far away from here. Because of who she is, what she's doing, what we want to share with her, we're going to get her involved with our group, the Central Arkansas Master Naturalists, to every second Saturday of the month go down to Benny Craig Park to do what they call a boom blast. We've got two 100-foot long floating trash booms down there that collect the street litter that makes its way into Bush Creek. And all these people who come out and help us are blown away when they realize that the litter on the street that goes into the storm drain doesn't get processed. It goes into the nearest waterway. And here in Little Rock, it feeds Bush Creek. So she's going to come and help out. A big problem we had last week is that the heavy rainstorms that we've had destroyed the 200-foot long booms that have been out there for years. And we're going to have to come up with a campaign real quick to replace those. And with what was demonstrated here in the state just a short while ago, there was a young boy, and the TV stations talked about him. He had a friend at a local restaurant who was in great need. And this young boy set up a GoFundMe or something similar, and his goal was to raise $5,000 to help this friend out. Well, I think he's raised about $200,000. So the idea came up that, and I've talked with Victoria's mom to see about maybe doing something with a young child for a GoFundMe to help replace the trash booms at Benny Craig Park, and they're willing to do it. But anyhow, how neat to have a young child and her friends here who are involved in the environment and trying to make a difference here in our city of Little Rock. So as time goes by, I think you're going to see more of Miss Victoria Kate here and her friends working to help keep Little Rock clean and raise public awareness about why we need to recycle right and do a better job taking care of our environment. So do me a favor and welcome Miss Victoria and her friends. So thanks a bunch, gals. See you then.
Thank you. And also, I want to acknowledge LRTV, who brought the podium for us and microphone this morning and is filming. And maybe y'all will see yourselves on TV soon on the City Channel. So what we're going to do now is we'll go over to the blue tent and we'll get everybody signed in. We've got t-shirts for everybody. We'll get you assigned to an area, get you a map, get you some trash bags and some litter grabbers, and get to work. Thank you.
Thank you.